The United States is increasing pressure on Putin by imposing sanctions on two of his children. Vladimir Putin maintains his family affairs separate from state matters, seldom discussing his daughters publicly. Speculation swirls about who shares his bed at night, yet his family remains intensely private. Recent reports indicate that Putin channels much of his acquired wealth through his family, though the exact extent remains undisclosed. Amid their notorious secrecy, the true wealth of the Kremlin's first family remains a mystery. However, it's widely believed that Vladimir Putin's family is wealthier than commonly perceived, prompting scrutiny into every detail. Who exactly comprises Putin's family? With a net worth potentially exceeding $230 billion, he rivals the world's wealthiest individuals. Comparatively, I consider Putin to be significantly wealthier than myself. Yes, you think so? Indeed. If the world's richest person acknowledges Putin's wealth surpasses his own, one can only speculate on Putin's true fortune. Given that a substantial portion of Putin's assets is believed to be controlled by his family, their combined wealth is challenging to estimate accurately. Reports suggest figures ranging from $300 billion to $500 billion, although these are often exaggerated. While these figures may sound incredulous, the reality is even more staggering. Putin's wealth far exceeds these estimates. His family's financial influence mirrors that of the Russian state itself, which has a total adult wealth of $3.8 trillion and an economy valued at $1,062 trillion. Putin's control over Russia's vast resources underscores his family's immense wealth and power. Their influence is absolute within the context of Russia's authoritarian regime, a reality that has persisted for some time. Putin's lineage traces back to humble beginnings in the Tver district of Russia, where his ancestors, including the Putins, Shelomovs, Chersonovs, Bojanovs, and Fomins, worked the land as peasants since the 17th century. They endured the hardships of rural life, witnessing the tumultuous changes that shaped Russian history. One notable ancestor, Yakov Nikitin, originally from Georgia, lived in the Tver district and served the boyar Ivan Nikitich Romanov in the 17th century, reflecting the family's early ties to power. Throughout subsequent generations, the Putins persisted in their peasant lifestyle in Tver, navigating the complexities of evolving empires and historical shifts. In the 19th century, Spiriton Putin, Vladimir Putin's grandfather, worked as a personal cook for Vladimir Lenin and Joseph Stalin, a proximity to power that foreshadowed his grandson's future ascent. Putin's father, Vladimir Putin Sr., made significant contributions during World War II, bravely defending Russia against invasion despite severe injuries. Despite their historical ties to power, the Putins endured financial hardship. Vladimir Putin himself grew up in poverty, a backdrop that shaped his resolve and determination. Putin's 17-year tenure in the KGB, the Soviet intelligence agency, showcased his dedication and skills, laying the groundwork for his subsequent political career, presidency in 1998, and unofficial dictatorship from 2012 onwards. On the personal front, Putin married Lyudmila Shkrevneva on July 28, 1983. They had two daughters, Maria, born in Leningrad in 1985, and Katerina, born a year later in Germany during Putin's KGB service. Both Maria and Katerina were named in honor of their grandmothers, with Maria often affectionately called Masha and Katerina known as Katya. Their lives took a significant turn when Vladimir Putin assumed the role of acting president. Concerned for their safety and privacy amidst their father's rising political prominence, the girls were withdrawn from school and received education from private tutors at home. Biographers describe Putin as a caring father, but his increasing political responsibilities strained his time with his daughters. As Putin climbed higher in political ranks, security around the family tightened, isolating them further after he became prime minister. Despite their admiration for their father, Maria and Katerina had limited access to him as they grew older. Over the years, rumors about Putin's personal life surfaced, particularly regarding his marriage to Lyudmila Shkrevneva, the girl's mother. Reports indicated strains in their relationship, culminating in their divorce in 2013, which shifted public perception of Putin's personal affairs. Lyudmila's reduced public presence contrasted with rumors of Putin's alleged relationships, including with Olympic gymnast Elena Kabaeva, with whom he was rumored to have children. These developments underscored the challenges Maria and Katerina faced amidst their father's political and personal life controversies. Despite these challenges, both daughters pursued their own educational and career paths. Maria studied biology before entering medical school, while Katerina focused on Asian studies in college. They attended university under assumed identities to maintain privacy and security. As they reached adulthood, questions about their marriages and the scrutiny of Putin's family wealth intensified, posing ongoing challenges to maintaining their privacy amidst their father's high-profile status. But amidst the persistent rumors, the marriages of Putin's daughters remained shrouded in mystery. One prominent rumor suggested Maria had wed Dutch businessman Jorrit Fassen, though specifics about their relationship timeline remained unclear. In a revealing 2017 interview with filmmaker Oliver Stone, Putin himself acknowledged becoming a grandfather, indirectly confirming Maria and Jorrit's parenthood. Despite this acknowledgement, details regarding their family life and Putin's role as a grandfather were kept under wraps. Meanwhile, Katerina garnered attention for her purported ties and extravagant lifestyle. In 2013, she wed Russian billionaire Kirill Shamolov in a lavish ceremony at the Yegora Resort in Leningrad. The event featured tight security measures, including a laser show, ice skating spectacle, and a mock Russian village. However, Katerina and Kirill's union was short-lived, culminating in their divorce in 2018, which uncovered their combined wealth amounting to a staggering $2 billion. Flight records hinted at Katerina's alleged involvement with German ballet star Igor Zelensky, with whom she was rumored to have had a secretive relationship resulting in the birth of a daughter. Between 2017 and 2019, Katerina reportedly made over 50 clandestine trips to Munich, often accompanied by members of Putin's presidential secret service, further fueling speculation about her personal life. Another controversial figure associated with Putin is former cleaning lady Svetlana Krivonogic. Reports suggested a close relationship between Krivonogic and Putin in the late 1990s and early 2000s, purportedly leading to the birth of a daughter named Elizaveta Vladimirovna Rozova. While the nature of their relationship has not been officially confirmed, insiders noted Elizaveta's striking resemblance to Putin, prompting ongoing speculation about her paternity. The alleged connections and controversies surrounding Putin's daughters have not escaped international scrutiny, adding intrigue to their private lives amidst the backdrop of their father's high-profile political career. In 2022, both Maria and Katerina faced sanctions from the United States, accused of amassing wealth at the expense of the Russian people. These sanctions severed their ties to the US financial system and froze any assets they held within the country. Similar measures were swiftly adopted by the UK, European Union, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan, intensifying the scrutiny on their personal affairs, including assets held by Putin's sons-in-law. The rationale behind these actions is clear. Putin strategically utilizes his family members to manage assets and conduct financial transactions on his behalf. This approach shields the Russian president from public scrutiny and distances him from potentially controversial financial dealings. With this context in mind, the focus now shifts to understanding the extent of Putin's wealth and how much of it is intertwined with his family, friends, and associates. Despite official records portraying Putin as a modest statesman with an annual salary of $140,000 as of 2020, significantly less than the $400,000 salary of the US president, redacted documents from 2007 indicated a personal wealth of approximately $280,000. However, this figure belies the ownership of a private 833-square-foot apartment in St. Petersburg and other undisclosed assets. Moreover, in 2012, photographs surfaced showing Putin wearing wristwatches collectively valued at $700,000, nearly 6 times his reported annual income. Putin has also been noted for gifting luxury watches worth thousands of dollars, including a Blancpain watch presented to a Siberian boy during a 2009 vacation encounter. Blancpain watches rank among the top 15 most expensive luxury watch brands globally. Some experts speculate, including insights from figures like Elon Musk, that Putin's total assets could potentially exceed $200 billion, positioning him as one of the wealthiest individuals worldwide. These figures underscore the complexity and opacity surrounding Putin's financial stature, amplified by the interplay of personal wealth, political power, and familial ties. While the idea of such wealth might seem extravagant, it's worth noting that Putin's affinity for luxury watches became more publicly known in the late 2010s. Frequently seen sporting timepieces far exceeding his reported annual income, Putin has been photographed wearing a Patek Philippe perpetual calendar watch valued at $60,000 and purportedly owns a $500,000 A. Lang & Söhne turbograph, among other prestigious designs. These lavish accessories contribute to the narrative of his potential wealth, prompting some to speculate about figures like a $200 billion net worth. However, the discussion of Putin's wealth doesn't stop at watches. He also owns a 190,000 square foot mansion perched atop a cliff overlooking the Black Sea, situated within a nationally protected park. The construction of this estate, known as Putin's Palace, has been surrounded by controversy. In 2012, Sergei Kolesnikov, a former associate, revealed details suggesting the mansion's cost exceeded $1.4 billion. Kolesnikov claimed he was instructed by Deputy Prime Minister Igor Sechin to oversee its construction, funded through state resources and featuring extravagant amenities like 3 helipads and a private road guarded by Kremlin officials. The controversy resurfaced dramatically in January 2021 when Alexei Navalny and the Anti-Corruption Foundation, FBK, released a video investigation. Navalny alleged that Putin used illicitly obtained funds to build the mansion, describing it as possibly the largest bribe in history. The investigation included drone footage and detailed floor plans, asserting that the estate's size rivaled Monaco and its construction costs exceeded $1.35 billion. Navalny's exposé implicated Putin's inner circle in a complex corruption scheme aimed at concealing vast sums for the mansion's construction. Ultimately, Navalny's claims were corroborated by closer scrutiny, confirming that the Black Sea mansion, also known as Putin's country cottage, indeed stands as one of the largest and most opulent private residences in Russia, serving as a focal point for discussions on Putin's wealth and the nexus of power and privilege in Russian politics. Putin's estate on the Black Sea serves as a testament to opulence and luxury, boasting a plethora of extravagant features. Among its notable amenities are frescoed ceilings, a marble swimming pool adorned with statues of Greek gods, and a sprawling 27,000 square foot guesthouse. The estate includes traditional hammams, a musical parlor, dressing rooms for staff, an amphitheater, and even a state-of-the-art ice hockey rink. Additionally, it houses a Vega-style casino, complete with a nightclub featuring stripper poles and a bar room showcasing over $100,000 worth of fine wines and spirits. For the discerning connoisseur, there's an underground tasting room offering breathtaking views of the water. Much of the mansion's lavish interior was reportedly furnished by the exclusive Italian luxury brand Citerio Etna, featuring Louis XIV team-style sofas, $500,000 worth of dining room furniture, and a $54,000 bar table. Even the bathrooms spare no expense, with deluxe amenities such as $1,350 Italian toilet brushes and $1,250 toilet paper holders. The estate's upkeep is equally extravagant, with an annual expenditure of $2 million solely dedicated to maintaining its sprawling grounds, managed by a dedicated staff of 40 individuals. Designed by Italian architect Lanfranco Cirillo, Putin's Black Sea mansion has garnered attention for the alleged laundering of funds through Russia's national project Health. This scheme purportedly involved the state overpaying for medical equipment from a company owned by Putin's associates Shamilov and Gorolov, who subsequently transferred millions to offshore accounts. Notably, approximately $48 million found its way to an account controlled by Cirillo's company, Medea Investment, although all parties involved vehemently deny any wrongdoing. Despite its grandeur, the Kremlin continues to deny Putin's ownership of the Black Sea mansion, attributing it instead to a wealthy businessman. However, the estate's security arrangements, including oversight by Russia's Federal Security Service, FSB, and a strictly enforced no-fly zone, suggest otherwise. Beyond the Black Sea mansion, Putin is rumored to possess an extensive collection of assets, including 19 other residences, 700 automobiles, and a fleet of 58 aircraft and helicopters. Notably, his $716 million flying Kremlin aircraft, complete with a gold-plated toilet, epitomizes his penchant for luxurious travel. To complement his airborne fleet, Putin reportedly owns a $100 million mega-yacht designed by a Russian Navy nuclear submarine builder, ensuring his access to opulence by land, air, and sea. Since the lead-up to the Russian invasion of Ukraine, Putin has chosen to travel in an armored train rather than by air. It's evident that Putin has amassed significant wealth, leveraging the vast resources of his country. However, a compelling story emerges, one that many consider the world's largest blackmail attempt, totaling $200 billion. The figure of $200 billion was put forth by financier Bill Browder during his 2017 testimony before the U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee. Browder asserted that Putin's wealth surged following the imprisonment of oligarch Mikhail Khodorkovsky in 2003 on charges of fraud and tax evasion. After Khodorkovsky's conviction, other oligarchs approached Putin seeking assurance they wouldn't meet a similar fate. Allegedly, Putin's response was simple. He demanded 50% of their fortunes, not for the Russian government or the presidency, but for himself, personally. Adding to this saga, the Panama Papers of 2016 uncovered a web of clandestine offshore deals and loans totaling $2 billion, which pointed directly to Putin. Despite mounting evidence, Putin vehemently denies these allegations, instead asserting his wealth in a different sense. He famously stated, "I am the wealthiest man, not just in Europe, but in the whole world. I collect emotions. I am wealthy in that the people of Russia have twice entrusted me with the leadership of a great nation like Russia. I believe that is my greatest wealth." Despite these claims, Putin maintains the facade of a modest lifestyle and portrays himself as a dedicated public servant. Elon Musk once remarked accurately about Putin's power, citing his control over the Wagner Group, rather than relying solely on the Federal Security Service, FSB, which also dutifully carries out his directives. This power dynamic has ensured that, since Putin's rise to power, those who dared to criticize him often met mysterious and tragic ends. One notable case is that of Anna Politkovskaya, a Russian journalist and author of the book Putin's Russia, where she criticized Putin's transformation of the country into a police state. 3 years after its publication in 2006, Politkovskaya was assassinated by contract killers who shot her at close range outside her apartment building. The circumstances surrounding her death remain a stark reminder of the risks associated with challenging Putin's authority. 5 men were convicted in connection with her murder, but the judge determined it was a contract killing orchestrated by an unidentified individual who paid $150,000. The question of who killed Alexander Litvinenko remains a widely recognized case. Litvinenko, a former KGB agent, died 3 weeks after consuming tea laced with deadly polonium-210 at a London hotel in 2006. He had been a vocal critic of Putin, accusing him of various misdeeds, including orchestrating the bombing of an apartment block and ordering the murder of journalist Anna Politkovskaya. A British inquiry concluded that FSB agents Andrei Lugovoy and Dmitry Kovtun were responsible for poisoning Litvinenko. The inquiry further suggested that their actions were likely sanctioned by Nikolai Patrushev, one of Putin's closest advisors. Another prominent figure is Alexei Navalny, who recently died under suspicious circumstances. The Kremlin claimed it was due to sudden death syndrome, a statement widely dismissed as implausible. Navalny himself had warned that he would be killed if he died in custody. Despite Putin's immense wealth and access to military and political power, there are limits to what money can secure. Putin commands a formidable military force and political apparatus alongside his controversial private military entity known as the Wagner Group. The Wagner Group operates as a private military company, PMC, offering security and conducting combat operations. While PMCs are common globally, Russia's use of such entities differs significantly from Western practices. Western governments often use PMCs for flexibility and plausible deniability, whereas Russia employs them as a covert extension of state power, answerable directly to Putin. The Wagner Group's shadowy founder, Yevgeny Prigozhin, stepped into public scrutiny and reportedly turned against Putin and the Kremlin. His fate took a dramatic turn on August 23, 2023, when he was listed as a passenger on a plane that crashed in Russia, resulting in the deaths of all 10 individuals aboard. Authorities refused to confirm the identities of the other passengers who perished in the crash. These events underscore the high stakes and risks associated with challenging or exposing Putin's authority and the lengths to which his regime allegedly goes to maintain control and silence dissent. But what do you expect from someone who spent 17 years in the KGB as a foreign intelligence officer before launching a political career? Putin's strategic career move has paid off handsomely. He now commands access to Russia's nuclear codes and holds sway over the entire might of the Russian army. Russia boasts an impressive defense budget of $84 billion, a testament to its commitment to military prowess. This substantial investment underscores Russia's ambition to assert itself as a heavyweight player on the global stage, especially in regions like Ukraine that continue to fuel international tensions. Analysts predict that Russia's defense spending will only escalate in the coming years. Delving into specifics, Russia maintains a total military personnel strength of 1,339, ranking it as the world's fifth largest military force. This includes 840,000 active duty personnel, supplemented by 250,000 reservists and approximately 240,000 individuals serving in paramilitary roles. Turning to equipment, Russia's land-based arsenal is formidable, featuring 12,556 tanks, 151,741 military vehicles, and an inventory of 14,798 self-propelled, towed, and rocket artillery pieces. These assets underscore Russia's robust military capabilities, positioning it as a formidable force capable of influencing outcomes on the battlefield. Among its hardware, the T-90M, weighing in at 45 tons and crewed by 3 individuals, stands out as Russia's premier tank. Armed with a 125mm gun and steel composite armor, the T-90M is equipped with a new 2A46M4 gun boasting extended range capabilities, including the ability to fire anti-tank missiles up to 4 to 5 kilometers away and engage low-flying helicopters effectively. Russia's aerial fleet comprises 4,182 aircraft, including 773 fighter jets, 744 attack aircraft, 531 tanker aircraft, and 537 attack helicopters. The Sukhoi Su-57 Felon represents the pinnacle of Russia's aerial prowess, renowned for its advanced capabilities in combat scenarios. The fifth-generation stealth multi-role fighter jet was specifically engineered to effectively engage a wide array of land, airborne, and maritime targets, and it excels in this role. Widely regarded as one of the most advanced jets ever produced, it sets a formidable standard in military aviation. Russia's naval capabilities are equally impressive, comprising a total of 598 naval assets. This formidable fleet includes 1 aircraft carrier, 15 destroyers, 11 frigates, 86 corvettes, 70 submarines, 59 patrol vessels, and 49 mine warfare vessels. Among Russia's naval assets, the Kirov class, known as Project 1144 Orlan, is a standout. Dubbed the Sea Eagle, this class of nuclear-powered guided missile battlecruisers operates under the Russian Navy. It holds the distinction of being the largest and heaviest surface combatant warship currently in operation globally, underscoring its unparalleled prowess. For those curious about the extent of Putin's wealth, both within his family and in plain sight, this serves as a foundational overview. It provides a glimpse into the comprehensive scope of resources and capabilities that define Russia's military strength.